Hey guys, it's Nimbus. I am back today with another video. We are going to use the Marigold Tarot today. As with my past couple of videos, if you guys feel so called to donate or donate to me or tip me, please join me in donating that money to charities to help on the ground in Palestine, Sudan, Congo, Tigray, name them. You know, wherever stuff is happening. So please, if you have the means. Otherwise, if you can't, call your representatives, tell them to ceasefire now. Israel needs to ceasefire. Excuse me, birth for confirmation. We also need to make sure our voices get heard with these boycotts. And a lot of work is being done and a lot of good things are happening, but we need to keep it going and we need to keep pressure on these people to really keep the momentum. We got a lot of momentum already. We got to keep it going. But yeah, so with that being said, free Palestine, free Congo, free Sudan, free everybody. We will never be free until we are all free. Period. No question about it. So, with that being said, let's get breathing. I also did want to bring this up. In my last video, I had somebody comment saying that they were going to feel a little out of breath if they breathed the way that I breathed. I should have said this in the first place. You are able to breathe wherever you are comfortable. I just offer the guided breathing to kind of help us connect a little bit more, to make sure that I am giving you the correct reading and you are receiving the correct energy and information, and, vice versa, anyway. With us breathing in that moment, quietly, meditating together, that is in itself us connecting anyway. So if I'm breathing too slowly for you, or you want to go a little bit slower, you are totally welcome to do whatever you feel is necessary. I do not want you to pass I do not want you to pass out. That is not my intention. So if you feel like you're out of breath, please, just breathe normally. Keep your eyes closed still if you can. Obviously, if you need to wake up, that's totally a different thing. But if you need to, get back to your normal pace of breathing and open your eyes and keep, and go back into it, whatever you need to do, that is totally up to you. You are allowed to do that if you need to. So yeah, if you guys would like to breathe with me, we're gonna get started now. If you guys would not like to, I will put right here where to skip ahead to. So yeah, if you guys want to breathe with me, go ahead and put your hands flat on the table in front of you or flat down in your lap. Go ahead and put your feet flat on the floor and sit up straight as possible. I don't judge. Haha, it's a straight joke. Anyway, it's 'cause I'm gay. Anyway, which we will be doing our pride message, of course. But yeah, put your feet flat on the floor, put your hands flat in your lap, sit up straight, go ahead and close your eyes, and we're gonna take deep breaths in through our nose and out through our mouths. And again, if you need to, you are able to breathe at your own pace. So without further ado, with that being said, we will get started. Go ahead, close your eyes and breathe in, out, in, out, in, In, out. In, out. In, out. In, last one. Out. Keep your eyes closed and just keep breathing as you normally would for a minute. Releasing any tension that you have in your shoulders, in your neck, anywhere else you feel any tension. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. All right, open your eyes. If you guys need more time, go ahead and take that time now. Otherwise, we are going to get started. Like I said, we are going to do the Marigold Tarot today. And yeah, I love this deck. It is a gorgeous deck. But yeah. Yeah, like, share, subscribe. My website will be down in the description below. So yeah, you know what to do. My personal readings are open if you would like to. A portion of that I will also be donating, but I do also, this is my job. All the money from videos, I would like you guys to donate. Any money that I get from readings currently, a portion I will also donate on top of that. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for being part of the solution to the problem instead of part of the problem, which is genocide and slavery and colonialism. Anyway, that's not the point of this reading. The point of this reading, it is November 16th, the end of November 16th. It is a little bit late in the day. I think it's what, probably 8:30. So I'm thinking we're just gonna do an energy check. It's November 16th, so I'm thinking we are going to kind of do a, you know, what's the major thing I need to hear right now? Yeah. All right. Whoa, I wonder what that is. Chariot reversed. Interesting. We'll see what happens. It kind of just stuck to my hand when I was flipping the deck around, so. But anyway. Spirit, what is the major message we need to hear today? What is setting off all the sirens? What is our major thing to hear today? A major message for today. There's this energy of like, don't rush. Okay. The Chariot reversed. Whoa, did y'all see that? That was crazy. That is the Queen of Swords reversed. The Tower also just flipped over at the end of that. The Queen of Swords is reversed. Okay, definitely slow down. There's definitely not a rush. it's definitely a lot of slowing down to keep track of what is actually happening, and yeah, where strength in reverse, where we need to actually, like, what am I trying to say? We need to slow down and really be able to examine and analyze what is falling down in order to be able to rebuild. If we don't know what is actually happening, we won't know what we're actually losing. So like the Queen of Swords right now is in reverse because to me it feels like that there's a feeling of almost like unworthiness of this rebuilding process. So it's almost like spirit is like forcing you into it to show you like you can also do it. Like it's not impossible, but you have to believe that you have the strength, right? You are the one who has to like believe in that. You do have the strength to do it, but you have to be willing to trust yourself and believe in that. Tower moments are scary. I mean, everything crumbles down around you, and that's terrifying. You know. King of Rings, King of Pentacles flipped over. We'll put this card back. It feels like it's a very materialistic way of looking at it, though, and like maybe like the way that you've been looking at it is almost a materialistic way. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that because, you know, we're in a 3D world where we have 3D stuff. Why not have stuff? I found this the other day. It's a whole turtle. It's a dish with, enjoy it. Like, enjoy it. Like, did I really need it? Not really, because I have a whole bunch of selenite. Am I gonna use it? Fuck yes. Like, and truly, I spent too much money. I be spending way too much money, but I'm working on it. Point is that the tower moments take a bunch of strength, and it takes you to realize what it is that you need to actually touch on and focus on in order to rebuild it in a better way so that you don't just fall back onto old patterns and do the exact same thing. And then in 2, 5, 10 years, now you're having another tower moment doing this same exact thing all over again because you didn't do it a different way this time, you know. The King of Rings, he has it all figured out. He knows, one at a time, please, Spirit. He knows how to navigate the material world. He knows how to navigate through, he knows how to navigate through, you know, businessy kinds of things. 10 of Cups, exactly. You know, businessy kind of things, but like also, he has a way of like knowing how to, he's a king. He knows how to move his people. You know what I mean? Like he knows what to do. With the 10 of Cups that just came out, it's almost like there's a little bit of, I mean, obviously completion is coming for you, but like it's almost like you have to really get, like whoever is watching has to really like it's got to get there. You got to get there. You don't have the confidence or the strength really yet to actually do that, which is why Spirit is pushing you so hard, saying like it's gonna get there, it's gonna get there, it's gonna get there, you're gonna be fine, you're gonna be fine. It's really this energy of like, you know how to navigate through this emotionally now, So like, let's apply it. Like, these things may not have happened to you before, but maybe similar things have, or maybe a very, very, or a similar thing happened to a friend, you know, a close friend who told you about it, you know, something like that, which means that you kind of recognize what is happening, but like maybe you don't know exactly how to, like, you know, which steps to take, but like at the same time, Spirit's trying to like push you into figuring that out, because sometimes some things you just have to, oops, good luck. Have fun. You know what I mean? Like, I say this all the time in my videos. Spirit can only get you so far. You know, you're gonna have to at some point, like, take a couple steps by yourself and notice that you will be okay, that you're not just gonna fall. You know what I mean? The training wheels may have come off, but you're not just gonna face plant. You know how to ride that bike, you know. Spirit, what's our other messages? Or what's our other message? The Five of Swords reversed. There's definitely like a pivotal point coming. Like, I mean, duh, power moment. But like, it's definitely like a and not necessarily like a seals your fate moment, but like kind of like we're getting to the fork in the road. You know what I mean? If you're over here, you're not going to get back to over here. You know what I mean? So it's really coming down to like figure it out before it all crumbles down, or figure out as much as you can really before it all crumbles down. And if you still have questions, once it crumbles is where you'll find the answers. Slash, maybe, yep, the Emperor reversed. Sometimes you gotta wait for these answers. You gotta be patient. You gotta be patient. The Emperor of all people knows exactly how to lead his people, you know. King of Rings, sure, but like the Emperor for sure. I think it's really important to keep in mind Six of Cups reversed. I think it's very important to keep in mind, like, yes, we have things that we are not proud of. We have things that come up that we don't really want to talk about, but at the same time, those things still spark beautiful things. You know, there's still plants growing. You know what I mean? Sorry, they're talking. Okay, so like I said, there was this energy of slow down. I think that's the other reason why the sword cards are reversed, because, you know, swords tend to be the fastest suit, because air. But I'm thinking that's kind of why, because it's almost it's really almost like cut it back, slow down. Cut it back. I didn't even think about that. That actually was. Anyway, okay. It definitely makes sense. You know, yes, there's reasons why we want to be hesitant and nervous behind the unknown. Of course, you know, we don't know what's there. It's all unknown. Who knows what's going to try to get me? But at the same time, there's always going to be a balance. You got to balance the not knowing with things like, okay, I know how to get through this situation, which means that if I can get through this situation, I kind of might be able to figure out how to do these kinds of things. Like, you know, 2 + 2 = 4. So then what does 2 + 3 equal? You know, you take what 2 equals, you take what 2 + 2 means, and you add 1, right? I mean, now you're adding a whole nother one, but like, it's the same, you know what I mean? We might have lost them with that one. Anyway. Anyway. My point being is that you're gonna have to balance it between the unknown and the known. Like, there are things that you're not gonna immediately know how to do, but you're gonna be able to figure out because it looks similar to other things. And that's what Spirit's trying to point out to you. Like, yes, there are very scary things that could happen after a tower moment. That yes, correct. But at the same time, it's like, we can't just be scared of the tower moments, because then we're not gonna get anything done. We're not gonna do anything. Like, not that it won't be worthwhile, because I'm sure somebody will find something that is worthwhile in everything that anybody does. You know what I mean? So it's not that, it's more so like, what's going to be more fulfilling for you anyway. Like, yes, it could be fun to be an artist and paint all day, but like, if you really want to be a singer, then painting all day isn't going to be as fulfilling as being a singer. It's still doing art, it's still expressing yourself, but it's not the way that you really truly want to be doing it. You know what I mean? So like, that's kind of the thing. Like, that's kind of where this energy is. And slow down, again, because the more we slow down, the more we can actually process what is going on around us. If we, you know, if everything is happening, you know, like one right after another, then we're kind of like running around like a chicken with its head cut off. You know, we don't really know where to look, we don't know where to go, we don't know what to do. But if you are able to slow it down, if you are able to slow down and figure out what to do, you know, it takes a little bit, it's a little bit easier to like actually sit there and like get it. The Hierophant. The Hierophant. It definitely feels like there's a lot to learn from, yeah, 3 of Rings reversed. It feels like there's a lot to learn from the physical manifestations of these things. Like, okay, that sounded so vague and like so insanely ridiculous that I don't even know exactly how to explain that. Okay, let me keep shuffling, because I need some more information. I need some more now. I think what I was trying to say is that we need to start listening to more of the people who are natural leaders in the 3D, as opposed to trying to be natural leaders somewhere else. You know, the 5D crowd is, they have a good thing going for them, and I'm sure on some level some of it is true, but you know, exactly, King of Cups reversed. If it means that you got to compromise yourself to get there, then what's the point? I mean, having a spiritual belief is beautiful, and that is totally your own decision to make. I'm not here to tell you what spiritual decisions to make or what decisions to make, period. I am here to tell you about the fact that if we listen to people who are here and grounded here and know what's going on here right now at this very moment, we'll be able to better keep up and keep track of actual things that are happening and what things are happening in our lives that directly impact us. And we'll be able to see, you know, do these things need to fall away? No. Okay. How about these things? Yes. Okay. Those things, you know, and you kind of facilitate the tower moment. Tower moments don't have to just be these big devastating moments that just end your life and you're uprooted and now you're all fucked up. It's about tearing it out to rebuild it. So if you are standing on the inside of your house and you don't like this wall, you have every right to push it out and rebuild a new one. Do you not? I mean, you might have to do like building codes and, you know, renovation permits or whatever the fuck you need, but like, you are allowed to do that, or you're allowed to pay somebody to do that. I mean, and if that means that you are a little bit less stressed and scared over what happens in said tower moment, there you go. That's huge, because then now you feel a little bit more confident and strengthened in what you are doing and where you are, and empowered in you are the one facilitating the tower moment. You are the one pushing things and people and whatever else out that no longer serve you. It's not coming as a surprise. Pause. It's not showing up randomly one moment and then all of a sudden now you're devastated because that person's not texting you back. Like, you are the one telling them or blocking them in the first place. I think that's amazing. Spirit of air anymore? Something flipping on. I love these cards so much. They're so beautiful. Spirit, what is... I guess we'll just do one more card. The Ace of Cups, reversed. There's definitely an energy of, you know, Three of Swords. There's definitely the energy of it's not necessarily heartbreak, more like remorse. Like I wish I went this way instead anyway. So it's almost like Spirit's pointing that out to you to show you, like, look, you kind of already feel like this. So like, let's start doing it this way anyway. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, you know, Spirit's definitely not against you with this. You know, they're trying to do it in the best way that's going to be most beneficial for you without just being like, okay, we're done. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, what I'm finding is that no matter how upset and regretful I am, my guides will still sit there and be like, so we working today, or you're just gonna wallow in your self-pity and lay there all day? What you gonna do? You know, like, that's like literally the energy now. Which I gotta say I am kind of grateful for, because at least now I have motivation. But anyway, let's get started with our pride message today. Let's see what our major message is for our pride message. All right, Spirit, what are our 3 cards for our pride message today? Fitting. Strength. It says strength. It's time to take your power back. It's easy to get lost in thought that has been influenced by other people's opinions, but don't let it distract you. You've got this. Wild. It's like these readings mean something or something. So 2 cards just came out. We got expression. Trans lives matter. And we got inspiration. Also trans lives matter. So we got expression. Your voice deserves to be heard. Discover creative ways to express yourself to those who would normally overlook your potential. Iconic. And inspiration. Without even knowing it, there are people who look up to you. You have the opportunity to be an inspiration to others who share the same struggles. That's what I was saying about people in the 3D being leaders. Like, we gotta look to people to help inspire us to do the things that we actually want to do. Sometimes that's all we need. But then at the same time, sometimes we need to know, like, there are people who are doing the same things that we want to do. You know, I'm not going to do a tarot reading like my friend who does tarot readings. And she's not going to do a tarot reading the same way that other YouTubers do tarot readings. And I'm not going to do a tarot reading the same way that other YouTubers do tarot readings. You know, we might do them in similar ways, but the way that we read the cards are going to be completely different. You know what I mean? I have my own experiences. My friend has her own experiences. You got your own experiences. Everybody's got their own stuff mixing into this. So of course, you know, it's, you know, whatever, you know, draw inspiration, but like at the same time, do it the best way that fits you. That's why expression came out, you know. Express however you need to express. You know, if that means that, you know, you dress in different clothes every day, that means you dress in different clothes every day. If you wear women's clothes, if you wear men's clothes, that means, you know, whatever it is. I do that because all clothes, I'm wearing a tank top. This is not a men's tank top. This, like, you know what I mean? It's a tank top. It's not. I mean, like, I got it in the men's section, but like, you telling me a girl would never wear this tank top? Or like a tank top that's like cut like this? Like, I don't understand. Anyway, point being, little rant aside, anyway, point being is that Spirit is trying to get you to recognize that there's a lot more working for you than there is against you. And while these tower moments are scary, they really want you to take control and kind of like almost try to facilitate as much as you can. You know, there will be things that come out from under you. That's the nature of a tower moment. But you are able to facilitate it in the way of, you know, it's like those Looney Tunes cartoons. You're allowed to cut the wood as much as you want, but it's almost like you're sitting on the other side, like you're cutting it, you know, like, you know, off the side, and you're sitting over here and you're cutting this part. So of course you're gonna fall, right? Like, it's almost like that's kind of the energy of what's going on right now. But of course, you're a Looney Tunes character, so you're not going to get hurt. You just get back up and you finish building the house. But like, you know what I mean? Like, some things are going to happen and some things are going to go the wrong way. But you are able to steer it wherever you want to push it. You know what I mean? You are able to get that to wherever you want to get it. You are in charge of your own life. You make whatever happen, happen. If you don't like where you are right now, you are allowed to change it. Spirit is just answering your manifestations, your prayers, whatever you want to call it. Spirit is just answering that for you. Whatever you've been wanting in the first place is whatever spirit is going to try to give you. And then if you end up changing your mind, of course, it's going to take a little bit more time to kind of like, I think I said this in my last video or the video before. Now the manifestation has to change. You know what I mean? Like, it was going to be this, and now it has to, like, even if it's just a little change. Like, I think I used an example of like moving. So like, say you wanted to move to Spain. Say you wanted to move to Spain. And then now you want to move to, or like, yeah, now you just want to move to, you know, another city in Ohio. I don't know. Or like Florida or something. I don't know. But like, the idea is closer, right? The idea is closer. So just because it's a closer move doesn't mean that you're going to be able to get it faster, right? Like, you're still going to have to get the money for that. You got to move. You got to find it. You know, you got to find the house. You got to find whatever else you need to find in order to make it work for you. So there's always going to be the work to put in there, is my point. But it's also about, so if you change your mind, it's going to take a little bit more patience for you to get these things, because they do have to change again. But again, you are in charge of whatever it is. That's why there's the whole thing, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. You got to be careful in what you manifest, because you're going to get it. You know, you're going to get it. It's not like you're lacking for any of this stuff. Like, you will be getting all that you want. But you also have to realize that you are going to get all that. And also that you deserve all of that. You deserve whatever it is that you want in this life. Period. No question about it. You deserve it. Doesn't matter what anybody else says. It doesn't matter what Karen down the street said when you were 8. It does not matter. You deserve whatever it is out of this life that you want. And you can have it. But you have to be willing to put the energy and the effort in to actually making it your reality. You know, again, spirit can only take you so far. That's why it's important to find people, the Hierophant, in the physical who are leaders. You know, not necessarily a religious leader, but like somebody who can kind of guide your way in the, you know, not necessarily in real estate or like in a specific field, but like kind of like act as like a mentor, like how to navigate adult life, and like, what do I do if I want this? Where do I go if I have these questions? What do I do about this? That kind of person. Anyway. Thank you guys for watching. That is all I am seeing today. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to do your own research about what is happening all over the world, everywhere. It is happening. It's not a question. It is true. There's genocide, slavery, ethnic cleansing, all of it going on all over the world right now. So we really need to step up. We really need to be loud. We need to call for a ceasefire. We need to talk to our representatives. We need to do all of the things to make sure that this stuff stops, okay? I, for one, do not want my country funding a genocide, period. No matter where the money is coming from, I do not want them funding a genocide. The fact that it apparently comes from my tax dollars, that makes me upset. They're not manufacturing consent for this one now. They're not. They're just not. And they know that. And they're scared and they're scrambling. But again, we still need to be loud. We can't just lose the momentum because we think we're winning. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep being loud. We gotta voice all of this. You know, as we speak, what, like an hour ago, 45 minutes ago, an hour ago, I was watching a video about they were doing, the IOF is doing a raid on the Jabalia refugee camp. But they warned them, like, oh my God, it's like, it's laughable. It's like we're watching a shitty movie where people are actually getting murdered in like really terrible ways. Like, it's not funny, but it's like, how are people believing this? And how are people okay with this? Like, anyway. Point being, call your representatives, tell them that you will not stand for this, or email if you need to. Tell them that you will not stand for this. Tell them if they have to call for a ceasefire now, otherwise you are going to withdraw your vote, or you are going to, you know, what's it called? Withhold your vote next year. All of it. We got to make sure that U.S. politicians hear what the fuck we're saying, because we're being loud. And they're just ignoring us because they think we're not going to get louder. We're going to get louder. Point being, we will never be free until we are all free. Period. Free Palestine, free Sudan, free Congo, free everybody. Y'all be safe. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.